All right, let's talk about the Vampire Diaries timeline, the originals to legacies, all of that and stuff, because it does get confusing. So first things first, Season 5 of TVD crossed over with Season 1 of the originals, okay? Season 3 of the originals is crossed over with Season 7 crossed over with Season 3 of the originals. TVD ends in 2017. The originals ends in 2018. Overall, though, those are not the years. Stefan dies in 2018. Klaus doesn't die until 2026. So it's 8 years after Stefan's death, is what I'm really understanding. So the original timeline and the Vampire timeline goes like this. It's the start. The original starts in 2013. So the first time jump in the originals is 5 years, which means Hope is 7, which means the year would actually be 2018 for it to line up perfectly. Obviously, we know that the seasons with the show don't actually line up because the 4th season, I think, comes out in 2016 or something, but it's neither here or there. The second time jump is 8 years, which means Hope is 15. So the year is 2026. 2 years since Klaus died, the year of Legacies is 2028. So that is the start of Legacies. Now, I know a lot of people get confused with the years. They say it's 2029 when Legacies officially ends, but that's not true because I'm going to use birthdays to talk about this. Lizzie in Season 1 has a birthday starting with that, which means Hope is 17 years old, which means Lizzie is turning 16 years old on her birthday, which means that the year now is 2029 on Lizzie's birthday, not 2028 anymore because it's come and now her birthday is March of 2029, which means the same can be said about Hope's birthday will be May of 2029. She'll be 18 years old. Hope's birthday, she's 18 years old. The year is 2029. Season 2, Lizzie has her 17th birthday, which would make it March of 2030 and stuff, making Hope's birthday May of 2030. So Hope would be 19 years old and stuff. At the end of the show, the years are 2030 or 2031 is when the series officially ends. That is my assessment of the timeline and stuff. So it is very confusing because the originals with the show doesn't line up with the actual years that the seasons aired on national TV and stuff because it seems like it's still 2013 at that point and stuff. And we don't really know when Stefan officially dies, but the point is that the timeline in Vampire Diaries does get a little messy because Julie Plec, I think, messed it up. Hope was supposed to be like 14 years old or something, and they didn't do it right. But whatever. My assessment is that Legacies officially ends. The TVD universe ends in 2030 or 2031. That is the official end date of the show, in my opinion.